Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for the sign of Sagittarius for the end of March. Now do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and see what we have going on for you here for this end of March. So the timeline on this is from the posting date, call it the 21st or the 22nd. And we'll be taking a look at the final week of March all the way through April 7th. So final week of March plus the week after. And I should also note that there is a full moon on April 12th. So the energies here may also span out to the full moon. But April 7th is the last day of retrograde, so I figured we'll see what's going on here for you as we wrap up March. And don't worry, I am doing an April reading as well. But anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get all set up and in view. I think that's looking just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have a new start here with the Fool. So the Fool is an extremely powerful card. One may argue the most powerful card in the tarot because it kicks off the journey through the tarot, right? This is ground zero, this is the starting point, and this can be a very, very, very powerful new beginning for you in some area of your life. We'll try to investigate what area that may be in for you, Sagittarius. But you could think of the full moon as, the full moon, the Fool, oh my gosh, my words, full moon, Fool, as the power of all four aces in one card. So when you get this, it can be a very auspicious new beginning. It can even feel like you are doing this after you've completed something important or major in your life, as the Fool card comes, would be the card that comes after the World, because the World's the final card, the Fool starts it, so you'd start the cycle over again, right? Okay, so let's see what this new beginning might be around for you here. So taking a look, you actually have some major energies with the Fool, the Sun, the Hierophant, the Star. These are all major arcanas, and they're very positive ones. Some of you could be a major development in your love life, for sure. We'll talk about that more as we go along. And then for others of you, you've been in something for a long time, right? You've been working hard at something, you've been in something for a long time, and perhaps you will be getting some sort of like new start after you've spent a lot of time on something. Let's just dive in here. In the middle of the reading, you have the Hierophant, which is a card of marriage. You have this with another very positive love card. It is possible that your relationship is developing into something new in your current situation. If you're already partnered, this could be a very, very positive message for you, as you could be taking it to the next level. Am I saying that everybody's going to get hitched after this reading? No, but this may mean that in the future there's maybe a proposal, or there's a deeper level of commitment that you may have with another person. It's a new start, it's a fresh start in your relationship for some people. This could also, for those of you who are not here for love messages, this can represent maybe a new start with your family. Particularly the elders in your family, if they are still around, or if you are the elder in your family, there could be some new beginnings there as well. And then lastly, I would say that the Hierophant is, it's a card of tradition, as I talked about with marriage and with the elders in the family, but it's also a card that can indicate like the place that you work, the organization that you work for, if you do work for somebody. There may be some updates there as well. Let's continue forward here. So in the first column, you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Sun card. So very positive message here. The Sun card is the most positive card in the tarot. It augments the positive aspects of cards around it, and it negates the negative or challenging aspects of cards around it. And so what I will say here is basically the Sun is the card you always want to see in a tarot reading. It can shine a light on a reading, and it could say that there's an area in your life that is making you feel super fulfilled, very, very happy. And I think it's probably tied to this new start. Now, There may be a conflict here with the Five of Wands. You are going to come out of this conflict on top if there is one. The Five of Wands can represent a conflict. It can represent challenges or fighting or battles. But the positive way I like to look at the Five of Wands is it may suggest that you are battle tested and you're battle hardened. You are ready to fight for what you need to fight for, especially as you have the Seven of Wands here in the future as well. And so you're ready to dig in and go for something if you have to, or stand your ground on something in particular here in this reading, for sure. And this may be connected to legacies, inheritances, family wealth, as you have the Hierophant there with the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is longer term money, right? It's IRAs, real estate, something you've been in for a long time, right? Equities that you've owned for a long time, anything like this, right? This is longer term money. And with the family theme here, with the Hierophant, this could certainly be something about that as well. So some of you may need to dig in, and there may be some situations with an inheritance here for sure. It seems to be pretty favorable as you have the sun in the same column. But yeah, there may just be a minor dispute or something like this. On the other end, with the Seven of Pentacles, it does also suggest a shift towards something new, because this person's been in something for a long time, okay? Remember, I keep saying that. With the Seven of Pentacles, these crops have taken a very long time to grow. And they're thinking about, do they want to take them? Do they want to leave them there, allow them to grow longer? So this person's really contemplating something financially, and something important, really, in their situation. So for this reading, you may be really desiring, for this period of time, you may be really, really desiring a fresh start. I would say that this will start to clear after April 7th. It's not the best time to start something new here at the end of March, because we do have a retrograde through to April 7th. But, if you feel like you want to start something new in a retrograde, don't let the astrology hold you back. Astrology and tarot are meant to guide you, not prevent you from doing things. So just heads up on that. But I see this new path, if you're looking for a new path, a new direction, clearing after April 7th. In the middle of the reading here, you have the Three of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Two of Cups. All right. So some of you may be thinking about, I need to do something new. Like I keep saying that, but I need some more adventure in my life. The Three of Wands is a card of adventure, and it's a card of travel as well. This may not be international travel, although it could if we get the World, which we don't have. But in the clarifications, if we get that could certainly be an indicator there. But this may be travel within the country that you're currently residing in, or that you live in, your home country. If you're in the United States, it may mean that, let's say you live in Boston, you may fly down to Miami, right? Or something like this, right? This would be maybe domestic travel, or even travel by vehicle, right? Like you're going to go take a road trip or something like this. But there may be something here that, there may be some call to adventure in your life at this time with the Three of Wands and the Fool. And you may be thinking about this, Sagittarius, like you have this call to adventure around something, because you've been doing something for a while, and you're kind of maybe getting a little restless with the Five of Wands. But this is all working out here with the Sun card. The situation is going to end up being favorable for you. We talked about the Hierophant, right? So again, the old guard, the old way of doing something. I think some of you are looking to shift into something new. And then the Two of Cups, Hierophant, I love this for you, because that can be an indicator of marriage for some people, for sure. The Two of Cups is my favorite love card. It's like two souls coming together in this lifetime, while the Hierophant is a traditional card of marriage. So you may recognize the potential in a if you're in a relationship now, or you're dating, you may recognize the long-term potential with this person during this period of time. Okay, that doesn't mean that you will get married during this period of time, but you may recognize that this person is maybe somebody that you will be with for a while. For new love, this will likely happen after April 7th. So if you're not in a relationship, this will likely happen maybe even after April 12th, as that's a full moon. But yeah, current relationships seem to be pretty solid, particularly if there are some disputes or arguments or disagreements here, you'll be able to handle that. Now, in the final column, you have the Seven of Wands, the Star, and the Five of Swords. So you're looking to really, there may be some, there may be an element here of competition, okay, present in your life. Something that you have to fight for, something that you have to stand your ground on. With the Seven of Wands, the Five of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. The thing is that you have this idea that you, and I think that you're right, Sagittarius, that you have a claim to this thing that you are holding on to. You really have a claim to this, okay? So what I mean by that is you are experienced, right? Or like if someone's saying, no, you shouldn't do this, or why are you doing it this way, or why are you doing it that way, you're probably going to come back and say, well, because I'm an expert, or because I know what I'm doing, right? You have this idea that you know what you're doing. And it's not just an idea, you actually do. You actually do know what you're doing. And you're going to kind of fall back on that and say, hey, I have every right to do what I'm doing here. I've been doing this for X amount of years, blah, 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 right? Yada, yada, whatever it is. So that type of idea. You are going to hold your ground on something because you are knowledgeable in a particular area, or you've demonstrated that you have the experience and the skills to be able to do this. There's also something, you may have a claim to something as well, quite literally, a claim to an inheritance. That's not going to be for everyone, but this might be also showing up. You then have the Star, which is wish fulfillment. It's a huge card of healing as well. If you've been dealing with some difficulties in the past, it could mean that you're healing from something. But let's see what wishes are coming in for you as we clarify. And then the Five of Swords may indicate a defeat, but I'm not necessarily seeing that right now. So why don't we go ahead and clarify? See what this may be around here, Sagittarius. We're going to go ahead and start off by pulling some oracle cards, and we've already got some showing up here. Okay. Also, let's take a look at the bottom. So you have Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Okay. What is the term? Move in silence. Sometimes it's better to move in silence. You know, I'm a big fan of moving in silence because yeah, overheating as a fire sign. I'm a Sag rising can put us in difficult positions sometimes. Anyway, energy on the not energy on the bottom. Energies in the first two cards. You have the Wise One, grow within your current situation, and then you have Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Okay, that's interesting. Wow, those are two really interesting energies from what I was saying here. I do think that there is something that you have a claim to, right? So I was talking about how like maybe somebody is going to say, why are you doing it this way? And you're like, well, because I'm an expert, because I've been doing it this way for X amount of years, and I know what I'm doing. I do think that is showing up here, but it's interesting because there may be another area of life here where you're like maybe needing to hold back a little bit and maybe accept something with this Peacekeeper energy. It's sort of like as long as you know that the thing that you're doing is right, it doesn't really matter what the other person thinks, right? Like the idea is that maybe somebody has this vision for how you should be doing something, but you know that their vision is wrong for you because it's your life. And so your thing is that you have your vision for your life and you're going to keep following and building on your vision. And maybe you're looking to just keep the peace and say, okay, and you may recognize that like, okay, I will never be able to explain to this person accurately why my vision is the right vision for me. Hopefully that makes sense. This is definitely something that's coming into my mind here. You also have Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Father Sky, trust in the unknown. And then Moon, take note of intuitive messages. Again, full moon on the 12th of April. We also have, what is it? I think eclipse here on the 29th. Yeah, new moon partial solar eclipse on the 29th. Yeah, and we just had one on the 14th as well. So something about 29th of March or 12th of April. These may be important times for you as you have this moon card. All right, let's go ahead. And by the way, there's maybe something around the father energy here with the Father Sky and the Hierophant, the elder or grandfather as well. or you may be that person, depending on what your age is. All right, let's go ahead and clarify this situation even more by pulling some additional tarot cards. Now, Sagittarius, I do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you at this time. And yeah. All right, you have the Three of Cups, you have the Chariot, and the Seven of Wands. So we've got the Seven of Wands again. We've got so many sevens here. 777 might be an angel number for you that you see on license plates, your order at Starbucks, or you may see 777 appear in your life in some area, right? Netflix, browsing the internet, whatever. You may see that number come in your dream. You may see that number come in. So Seven of Wands with the Sun card. You will find success in standing up for yourself here. Remember, there's like a dispute, a minor dispute. Somebody may just not understand your perspective, or somebody may not understand where you're coming from, but you have a rightful claim to where you're coming from. Like, sometimes we can, none of us are perfect, right? There are times where we maybe have a false belief around something and we're just wrong. Like, there are times where we're just wrong and somebody shows us that we are wrong. This is not one of those cases. There's something that you're standing up for, there's something that you have a claim to, or there's some way that you are doing something that is right. And I have a feeling that you will be successful in sticking to that, okay? Here, in standing your ground around this area. The Chariot with the Five of Wands, yeah, I'm not even concerned about this conflict because you have like a lot of messages of success and triumph over this situation here with the Chariot. Even now coming in as well. So the Chariot may also indicate your vehicle. So I do see some of you maybe going on a road trip or something like this here. Maybe something around your vehicle showing up here as well. But more so, the idea of the Chariot is it's as above, so below. It's the idea that the actions in life we take are really very important. And the actions that we take in life are then reflected back out to the universe. And I think some of you here are looking to take really healthy action. You then have this Three of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles. Some of you are some of you are working hard. Some of you are working very hard, and there will be a moment for you over these next couple weeks here where you will have a moment of release, right? You'll be working very, very hard, and then you'll have a moment of joy. You'll have a moment of celebration. Maybe you'll be able to take a few days off, something like this. You then have and it may be involving your social circle as well. You have the Nine of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Empress. So we have this Father Sky card, and now we have this Empress card. The Empress is the mother in the tarot. Very interesting here. Some of you are mothers or fathers, and some of you are also looking to maybe start a family as well. As you have the Empress card here with the Two of Cups. The Empress card is a good card for conception in the tarot. Yeah, but it's also a card of abundance, right? And nurturance. The Empress represents nurturing something in your life. So obviously, this could be nurturing your children, but it can also, you can just apply that to anything. You may be nurturing another area of your life as well if you're not a parent or you're not looking to conceive at this time. You may be nurturing a project or nurturing some vision or goal that you have into fulfillment. King of Swords is this idea of looking at something fairly. Like the King of Swords will never play favorites. They'll look at something for what it is. And you have this with the Hierophant, okay? So I see a fair outcome on any sort of disputes, particularly around inheritance as well. But there's something that's keeping you up here late at night. Maybe it's around travel, maybe it's around partnerships, business alliances. The Three of Wands can talk about partnerships and alliances. Any three in the tarot can talk about that as you have 2 3s. And then the Two of Cups is also a card of partnership, typically romantic. But there may be something around your connection to other people in a business context here that is maybe causing you some nightmares at this time. Again, this is all working out here as you have the Sun, you have these energies of triumph, and then the star. You have the Eight of Swords, the star clarifying the star. Wow, incredible. And then the Page of Wands. So, it's like if you feel like you're in for a bumpy ride, it's not going to be as bumpy as you think. It's really not. Because you have the star twice. The star is like tranquility. It's healing after a challenging or a difficult moment. Remember, the tower comes before the star. The tower is upheaval. The star is healing from the upheaval. You have it twice, clarifying itself. It's big. This is the big energy signature here on the board. With the star. The sun and the star is probably one of my favorite combinations in the tarot. And it's also wish fulfillment, as I've said. So if you feel like you're in for a bumpy ride, it's not going to be as bumpy as you think. It's really not. And so I think you'll be healing from something here, but I also think that if you've really thrown a wish out to the universe and provided that you've done the hard work, this can come in. This can come in for you here. Okay, so you then have the Eight of Swords with the Seven of Wands. I'm just going to say you got to really stand your ground around something. You feel inspired to do that anyway, but definitely the cards are saying go for this. Just organize your thoughts, okay? Try to organize your thoughts here before you jump in with the Eight of Swords. And then the Page of Wands may suggest a new offer in your career. There may be some delays around this with the Five of Swords, but yeah, there may be some delays, but with the Page of Wands, it can indicate a new offer coming in, and maybe a new start as well to bring some new adventure into your life. Very positive card. It is a card of job offers, but there may be some delays in that area. This is a really nice reading. On the bottom, you have the Magician, which is a major card of manifestation. The Magician is the master manifester in the tarot, and you can see the infinity symbol above the Magician's head. This can indicate that they have an infinite number of possibilities to manifest in life, and also all of the tools on the table suggest that they have the skills. They have the skills already. So with the star twice clarifying itself in the Magician, what are you throwing out there? Like, what are you putting out to the universe? Because it could really come in for you. You have concern, high honor, child. You know what's marriage, pathway, and sudden wealth. Interesting. Wow. Definitely for those of you who are coupled or partnered here, I like what I'm seeing for you, for sure. With child and marriage. It's sort of like maybe, some of you may be becoming parents here this year, obviously. Not going to happen right away. But, yeah, some of you this could certainly be on the table. Pathway it can suggest 3 to 6 months in the future. But it's your dharma in life. It's the path you're supposed to be walking on. So I do think that your dharma is sort of unveiling itself or showing itself here, maybe between now and call it April 12th. But the really important time is like what happens by the end of March. And then the events will also percolate out into the first week of April. But yeah, it's sort of like you'll see what you're supposed to be doing here. And I think some of you are going to be pleasantly surprised. I almost have a feeling that with sudden wealth and the star twice, I almost have a feeling that some of you are making a mountain out of a molehill. In other words, I think some of you you're in for a bumpy ride, and it's not going to be bumpy, it's going to be smooth. All right, that's what I have here for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.